Two of Elon Musk's companies are suing Apple and OpenAI, accusing them of hurting competition in artificial intelligence. The lawsuit filed by xAI and Musk's social media platform X alleges Apple and OpenAI have colluded to maintain monopolies in the smartphone and Gen AI markets. OpenAI now giving an official statement this morning saying this latest filing is consistent with Mr. Musk's ongoing pattern of harassment. Joining us to discuss the fallout, Wall Street Journal columnist and CNBC contributor Tim Higgins is with us. Tim, it's great to see you. Tim's got a new book coming out next month called I War, which explores the backstory of tensions between Apple and Musk in particular. I guess today, Tim, is a sort of a day you've seen coming for a while.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a huge, huge deal for Apple. Set aside the merits of the lawsuit. This is about optics. This is about politics. The real threat for Apple here is that Musk drags its relationship of OpenAI into the public square and further highlights Apple's kind of control of that digital world that it holds. It's under pressure in Europe, under pressure here in the States at the DOJ, under pressure in multiple governments around the world. Its control to the iPhone world that it created years ago. And with the bigger thing in the background that's going on here is this fight in Silicon Valley and in San Francisco, where I am, over kind of the gateway to the next digital frontier that AI kind of holds this promise. Is it going to be through the iPhone, smartphone way that we have been doing and accessing digital? Or, as Mark Zuckerberg and Sam Altman are kind of portraying or kind of putting this vision out there, a new device that's going to be this kind of supercomputer way to get to that digital world. That's kind of the backstory of what's going on.
You mentioned optics and politics. We know sort of the tension that's existed, at least this year, between Musk and the president. And we know the efforts Apple has made to get back into his good graces with its commitment to manufacturing here and the visit to the Oval a couple of weeks ago. Does that necessarily give one side an edge?
It's interesting to see what's going to happen on Capitol Hill. There is already legislation that's been filed that deals with the App Store economy. We saw movement in the previous Congress. It was one of the few topics that united Democrats and Republicans, as you recall. This idea of the control of the digital marketplace, especially when it comes to Apple's control and Google's control in the Android ecosystem. What it does potentially do is Musk's kind of ability to draw attention onto things puts that spotlight yet again on Apple. We saw it a few years ago when this legislation was being debated then. It did put attention there. It could very well do it again. But you're right. The relationship with Trump is tenuous at best.
Can we talk a little bit about Apple and AI and why so many of us Apple users are not getting the same benefit as others? I mean, and there's, I know that it's augmenting Siri now. I hope my Siri doesn't pop up all of a sudden. And now there's talk about Google's Gemini. But why is Apple struggling on the AI front?
Well, the people I talk to here in Silicon Valley can have two thoughts. A, they would argue that Apple already has AI in the phone. I mean, think about the camera capabilities and some of the other functionality that's in your iPhone. It does some pretty cool things. But when we're talking about this next generation, this kind of leap forward and the digital assistance, kind of something that's like a personal assistant or almost like an AI god who can help you through your world, that's where Apple has struggled in part because of culture. That technology really depends a lot on your personal data to really make it personal. And in Apple's world, data is something they don't want to deal with. They want to keep it private. That is the sale that they have been making to the customer for so many years, that your data is private in their device. And the idea of an always-on device scooping up that data to feed the AI is very much at odds with kind of the thing that they've been doing for so many years.
Yeah, Cook in particular has been constructing a framework that emphasizes privacy over just about everything, maybe other than design, in the last couple of years, and we'll see how that collides with AI in the coming years. We'll see what the next steps are here on this lawsuit. Tim, we'll explore it over time with your help. Thanks. Good to see you.